Dear Dr. Van der Singhi, thank you for your arrangements and award. Distinguished, respected leaders, partners, ladies and gentlemen, this is not simply a recognition, it is a reflection of my work to make a positive difference. I feel deeply honored to receive this honorary doctorate from our university, but more importantly, I recognized with a message about our planet, a message about our future, and a message about something I call Earth's operational design. The system dedicated to generating fresh water, the foundation of life itself. Without this design in continuous operation, fresh water would cease to exist and life could not be sustained. We live on a planet that functions with remarkable precision, a planet that sustains vast ecosystems and countless forms of life without human intervention. Even though now not everywhere, the rain falls, the river flows, the soil produces, life continues, and yet we must ask ourselves, if this system works so well, why do we still face drought in different places or at different times? Why does poverty exist in regions rich with natural resources? Why do communities struggle on land designed to sustain them? The problem is not the earth, the problem is our understanding and actions. The planet has enough working manpower and financial resources, but it lacks the right facilitators and directions. One of the biggest reasons is the lack of understanding about how the planet is designed to operate. If we do not understand the design, we cannot know the right actions to take. Knowledge of the design changes how humanity manages water, climate, ecosystem, and development for a better future. Unfortunately, we have not yet fully understood the design behind our existence. My journey towards this understanding did not begin in a laboratory. After years of work, it ultimately began with a children's book created to help build a generation capable of addressing poverty challenges in Ethiopia. As I wrote simple stories about rain to help young minds understand where rainwater comes from and where it goes, it began to uncover something deeper. I realized that rain is not just water falling from the sky. It is part of a complete and intelligent system. A system that requires interconnected design, factors, and balance. A system that depends on specific conditions and governing principles. A system that, when properly understood, has the power to transform entire communities. Because it is inherently designed to restore, renew, and recreate the conditions necessary for new life to emerge and thrive. Through this journey, I identified 13 key factors that complete the rain cycle, factors that bring abundance when fully present, and scarcity when few are absent. And in that moment, everything became clear. Development is not merely about resources. Development is about alignment with Earth's design. I call upon people around the world. Through my analysis, I have come to understand that one of the planet's core design principles is that it operates through cumulative process. Small actions building into powerful outcomes. A tiny act of evaporation contributes to a massive cloud formation. Each raindrop contributes to soil moisture of the entire ecosystem, and each raindrop together they form rivers and lakes. Though the planet does not speak, I have learned to hear its voice through study and observation, and that voice calls on all of us to act, no matter how small our contribution may seem, as the Earth's design works. Because like the system itself, being part of the system and as beneficiary of the system, every effort matters, every action accumulates, every contribution strengthens the whole. This realization gave birth to a mission not only to speak but to demonstrate. But this mission cannot be achieved alone. Today, I call upon NGOs, institutions, governments, and development partners to rethink development by moving beyond temporary solutions. Because no land should remain unproductive when the knowledge of Earth's operational design is understood. Acceptance will remain limited until the design and its principles are clearly understood by all. Hence, this honorary doctorate is not a designation for me, it is a responsibility. A responsibility to share this knowledge, a responsibility to validate through real-world impact, a responsibility to scale it for the benefit of humanity. Many developing countries struggle to achieve lasting success because they lack the knowledge and systems to work with the Earth's operational design, which are a source of abundance. The Earth is already designed to support life. Our role is to understand it and to align with it. In other words, the planet is working tirelessly to sustain life, but our harmful actions are reducing its effectiveness. It is time for us to wake up and take responsibility. Thank you, Dr. Van Singh, for presenting this milestone award on behalf of the American University of Religious Awareness. I am deeply honored by this recognition. My final takeaway is simple. This missing ingredient for sustainable development is not money, aid, or resources. It is knowledge of Earth's operational design. The Earth is already designed to sustain life. Our responsibility is to understand that design, work with it, and unlock the abundance it was created to provide. In other words, the world is not a finished product. It is a work in progress. The responsibility lies with us to understand its design, optimize its services, and leave a better planet for future generations. Thank you, Mastawal Ejigu Adam.